welcome back to another mentor interview. Whether you are watching on YouTube, listening on our podcast platform, or whatever you are doing, please do give us a comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever the platform allows you to do to give us a boost to you and your connections. So I am joined today by Kirsty, and we're going to find out a little bit more about why she is one of our mentors and why she's involved with the University Support and Success Programme. But to begin, remember, I am Andrew Porteous of the Hyperlites Community, and yeah, that's about it. Let's get into the video. So, Kirsty, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Kirsty Hall. I own HPL Skills, which is a first aid training company, and offer mental health first aid. And I have Penguin Business Services, which is a social media management and admin support. And I'm a single mum to my wonderful daughter.
And obviously I'm not a parent, so I guess mental health, first aid, all of that kind of feeds into quite beneficial being a mum, I guess.
Yeah, I have mental health as it is, but as a parent, I think every parent suffers with some form of anxiety. So having that mental health first aid qualification really not just benefits me, but benefits other people, which is one of the reasons why I'm involved in this project. Because university students sometimes are parents.
We will obviously, there's going to be more like deep dive into that later in the questions. But so the second question I kind of pre-do, and I've asked this to all of the mentors so far. What is it that you want to kind of bring to the programme, and what is it do you think that will give you the, how do I put this? We'll stick to what do you want to bring, or what do you want to give to the students on the programme?
So I know as a parent, it's like before I separated from my partner, how hard it is to. I don't open university, so it's slightly different from normal university, but there's no support out there, and especially for parents. Both me and my best friend had a child going through open university, very little money, so we couldn't afford childcare. So the balancing act. So I want to be able to offer the students that are not necessarily suffering, but have mental health, that support of, look, these how to benefit from being a parent and a university student without, because I felt like I neglected-ish Louise at times because I had uni work to do. So helping them to find that balancing act of doing the work, coping with mental health and being a parent.
The same way you said, obviously, you feel like you neglected Louise because of uni, do you think you somewhat neglected some of uni because of Louise? And I'm not like criticising that kind of dilemma in life.
No, 100%. I know that I didn't put as much effort into my coursework as I could have, because I was like, you know what, it's done, but I'd done it at a okay level rather than went above and beyond. I didn't do any of the social activities because, one, I'm not that sort of person, but two, if I'm going to go out for the day, I'm going to spend it with my family, not with friends that I don't really know, because open university, you don't get to build those connections like you do at uni, because a lot of it is done on Zoom or them type of platforms where you're not in a classroom as much, which does mean that there's very little support at open university. It's fine the tutor saying, oh, we're always at the end of the phone, but you don't get that bond with the other students to have that help and support either.
Yeah, and I think that kind of experience that you've had somewhat will be similar to some of the students that have gone through lockdown as students, but also for me it's showing, you'll be able to show the importance of that social, but also the balance of work to the students that, because from my experience, I know that university students either go down they play hard very much, or they work hard very much. And I was very much a work hard kind of avenue. Yeah. And I know there are students out there that do manage to do both. My hat is off to both, like you guys that do that. I didn't find like the social support thing until my last year. Yeah. And I went to a brick university, so like I actually went on campus. I lived at home, so I didn't have the full experience. I say full experience because I think a lot of people see the full experience of uni as moving out, living with complete strangers, and
Never do that.
but like for me, the financials attached to it, I couldn't do it. The uni I went to live in the town or on campus at the uni I went to was like 4, 5, maybe 6 grand, and my maintenance loan was like 3.5.
Yeah.
So whilst
because of being a parent and had my own house, I had to job as well as attending uni and being a parent, and obviously I've got a business as well. My business has been going 10 years.
Yeah, and I can resonate with that, because when I was I think one of the major things of me not moving away was, A, I had a car, B, I had a retail job that was 15 hours and only at the weekend, so it wasn't going to interfere with uni. I'll obviously discuss that at a later date on probably a podcast or something. And I volunteered, and it was just like, it was easier for me financially and stress related to just stay at home.
It's mental health as well, though. Obviously, that's the big thing with this, but you've also, if you're living at home, you've got that parent support. Like, I know, for myself, when I was at uni, I had a partner, but he helped me to perhaps have Louise or do something so that I could sit down for an hour to do uni work, or just talk to me about my day because I'd had a bad day, and accepting that it's okay to have a bad day. But being at home, you've got that support, whereas being at university, sometimes you go to your dorm and you've got nobody there because they're out partying or they're lesson or something.
Yeah. And I guess as a student in those situations, if you turn around to another student and be like, I'm struggling with this, this and this, they'll turn around and be like, no, duh.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're all experiencing it, so it's less supportive in that way.
At actual uni. And when I went to, I thought at the time she was a friend, and said, I'm really struggling with being away from home, but getting the balancing act of cooking meals, doing your washing, just life in general. She was like, oh, just grow a pair, get on with it. You're an adult, that's what you do. And I was like, I've never done it. So it's that judgment of the other students thinking that you can do it because you're 18 now or 21 or however old, even like in 40s, just because you're that age that you can do it, when actually some people can't, and that's normal and acceptable.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm sure, like, I say this with all the mentors, that I could probably discuss things like this for hours. So I am going to finish on the question. Now, obviously, when I send these questions out to the mentors, it's very vague, and I just say, why this mission? But I am going to elaborate a little bit. So the main reason behind that question is, why did you say yes to being a mentor? Like, why was this
I was peer pressured by you. No, it's not completely true. But obviously, I'm helping with the social media and admin side of us. And when you asked me to be a mentor, I was like, but I'm not a mentor. I don't see myself as a mentor. And we had that conversation. You was like, you're a single parent. You've got 2 businesses. You've got mental health. You've got life experience. So I want to be able to help other people in those situations, and not necessarily do the coaching side, but just have a chat with somebody that is struggling a bit and have help.
Yeah, and I think that's the main thing that I try and almost get across to the mentors that are on the program at the moment, is essentially where we say the line of it's coaching, mentoring and workshops for students to help with their mental health and personal development. In that aspect, the coaching is essentially me, because obviously I've got my certifications, like I'm qualified of such. And for you guys, it is like, that's why it's called the mentor role, because I know that giving just my experience, my opinions, my advice, all of that, brilliant, fine. People say I'm helpful. But it's adding that extra layer of people that have been there, done that, lived it, without having I need to help you with this because I'm your coach. Also, you're just guiding and suggesting.
Yeah, but also if a student came to you and went, oh, I've just found out I'm pregnant, you'd be like, okay, what do you want me to do? Because you haven't gone through that.
I'd probably turn around and be like, so how's that affecting you?
Yeah.
Or like, I'd go very like coachy, questiony, rather than actually relate with it, because I can't relate with it.
I remember telling my partner at the time, oh, I'm pregnant, and you just seen him, and he went into quite it was a mental state for about 7-8 weeks, because well, yes, we was trying, and yes, it's something we wanted. I was told I couldn't have children, so we'd put it on the back burner, and then to find out, and we were just getting everything sorted. So it was a big shock, and very little support out there, which is why to do this.
So that is the end of our little interview. See, you didn't find it as difficult as you thought you would find it. So thank you guys for watching, listening, wherever you are engaging with this content. Please do share, subscribe, follow, whatnot you can do on whatever platform you are engaging with this on. And I'm sure you will be excited to see how the things progress over time. And if you do know anyone that can donate, or you can donate yourself, please do with the link below. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.